Thank you. I wasn't much of a student in high school because I skipped a lot of classes. I had the distinction of graduating on the seniority program, being the only guy in Muskoka Perry Sound School District back in Ontario to get a G on an exam. We used to hitchhike down to Toronto and kill some time, 3 or 4 days, and just run the streets, because you could in them days. Nobody was shooting at you. And at night, we'd usually find ourselves down by the waterfront, where the CN Tower stands now, actually, and there was a little mission down there run by the Salvation Army. We used to hang out at night with the homeless people, because they hung around the mission. That's where they'd sleep, but they weren't allowed to drink in there, and they'd save up their money panhandling or whatever they do, and they'd buy cherry whiskey. Have you ever had cherry whiskey? Yep. It's just a cut above cough syrup. But that was their entertainment program. They'd buy a few bottles of this and light a trash barrel on fire, stand around, sing songs. We used to hang out with them because they were pretty cool people. Anyway, years later, I wrote this called Cherry Whiskey Blues, obviously. On a cold winter's night, on the streets of the city, everybody has gone home, except a few kindred souls rich folks love to pity. They're just trying to keep warm. Streetcar rings its bell as the lights begin to glow, and the night gets cold as hell as the wind begins to blow, and the boys from the mission, with nothing left to lose, stand and sing the Cherry Whiskey Blues. Well, Samson was a sailor for most of his life, till he finally had enough. Came ashore one summer, took himself a wife. Oh, that's when the seas got rough. She took him for his money, and she left him down and out. Sad, but it's funny, the way he screams and shouts as the boys from the mission, with nothing left to lose, stand and sing the Cherry Whiskey Blues. Someone beat old Henry, he could barely stand. They took his last few dollars and his cane. We all tried to help him, we never had a chance. We knew he'd never sing with us again. Buried him on Sunday as it began to snow. That night we raised our voices like we'd never done before, as the boys from the mission, with nothing left to lose, stood and cried the Cherry Whiskey Blues. As the boys from the mission, with nothing left to lose, stood and cried the Cherry Whiskey Blues. Thank you very much. We were a little distracted. That's because Mike had mosquitoes biting on his hand. I had one on the side of my nose drilling for oil. So sorry about that.